Ooh. Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins and NFTs. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. Ledger has a great new product that they just announced. We'll talk about that. It's pretty exciting. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I will do my very best to go through the live stream chat and answer your questions the best I can and see if we can't solve your problems here live. So let's get started. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig, and I've kind of got this like background set up here now that I didn't used to before. And I've got this big monitor back here, and you know, the things I'm proud of behind me. There's my YouTube button for my first 100,000 subscribers. I think the next one is 1 million, so that's another quite a milestone if I can ever get to 1 million subscribers. But anyway, I've got the Ledger stacks showing up back here on this big monitor, if you can see it. That's been the thing that's been driving a lot of excitement lately in not only at Ledger, but in the crypto community as a whole. And I've been seeing a lot of news stories in the mainstream news about it. It's kind of like, as they say, it's kind of an iPod moment for the Ledger device. So kind of a cool thing. We'll talk about that a little bit. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Let's go over to this screen and just welcome everybody. Kenneth Wiedner here early as usual. Thank you always for being here, Kenneth, and following my channel. I really appreciate it. Cathra System, thank you. I do. Okay, she's asking about a DM on Twitter. So I'll just say hello and thank you to all the regular viewers tonight. Amsterdam Holland, Marco S., Robert Schmidt, who also wants to talk, E. Poston, Mr. Minsky, Kenneth Wiedner, Frank Rodriguez, RJ Bizzle, all of these guys, Barbara K., JDO, one of the moderators here, running at 50%, but thank you for being here, JDO. We talked earlier. And thank you, Crypto Pete, for being here. So since there are a couple of people in the live stream tonight that are asking me about doing DMs and chats, I just want to let you know up front that I don't do that. I did in my early days, I did one-on-one tech support through Zoom, but it is fraught with too many... I don't know what you want to call them, bear traps, too many ways for things to go wrong. And I will answer questions in the live stream. I will engage you through email. And what else do I do? And I do this channel that is educational. A lot of the questions that people have can be answered if they just have the patience to sit down and go through one of my videos. But let me just explain to you another reason why I don't do DM tech support. If you look at my latest video here, which is the Ledger Stacks deep dive that I did a couple of days ago, this is a great example of why I don't do DM tech support. If we scroll down in the comments section, you'll see one of my replies here. My replies have a gray banner and a check mark. That means it's verified that I am the owner of this channel. But I also get a lot of imposters. You'll notice here they've used my picture, which is pretty easy to find out there on the internet, and he wants people to contact him directly. Right? There's the same imposter again. Pardon me. There's another imposter claiming to be me, wanting people to contact them on WhatsApp. Pardon me. And I don't do Twitter DMs. I don't do Telegram. I don't do WhatsApp. And it sort of shields me from any kind of liability for any of these imposters. If I were doing DM Twitter and DM tech support and someone went to law enforcement and said, I've been scammed by Rex, the CryptoDad, it would be a little gray for me to sort of separate myself from the scammer guys, right? Because here I am doing DM tech support. Here's this other scammer doing DM tech support and stealing people's crypto. It's much easier for me to wash my hands of the entire thing and say, look, I don't do one-on-one tech support, so don't look at me. I had a guy that reached out to me through Twitter, and a lot of people DM me on Twitter. I never reply to DM on Twitter, but sometimes I read them. And this guy had a whole spiel about how I stole his crypto and during a tech support session. And he said he had reported me to police. He showed me the police report. And as he went down, he said, oh, it's a guy on Facebook. And as it turns out, you don't have a Facebook page anymore, which I don't. I quit Facebook in 2017. So apparently there are people impersonating me on Facebook. And the guy asked for his seed phrase and emptied out his wallet. Turns out that the Facebook page was in, when according to the FBI or whoever, was in Nigeria, right? Because they can trace their IPs. And at the bottom of the DM, it was all, hey, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you. Turns out it wasn't you. And yeah, of course. So that's why I don't do one-on-one DM tech support, right? I try to avoid that. I stick to being an educator. I've done a lot of tech support over the years. I do have a few friends that I deal with on one-on-one basis, but there are a lot of people you might want to ask them here in the live stream. Do my best to reply to you in the email. And I will go back and forth and try to solve your problems through email if your questions are clear-cut and have an answer. The whole "Dear Sir, help me," I can't really respond to those because it's I need specifics, right? If you don't have if you're too lazy to write a paragraph explaining your situation, then I don't think me trying to help you is the answer, right? If you're too lazy to write a paragraph question to me coherently in an email, then I really don't think that I can help you. All right, so we're done with that. All right, let's go. I know it's crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy. And look, I've got hundreds of videos out there. All you got to do is do a little search and a little research, and I've probably already answered your question. So let's pop out chat here. I'm going to move it over to the other side. And once again, thank you everyone for being here. Andrew, Crypto Pete, Max Schlossberg from Slovakia. Cool to have people from all over the world here joining. The more, the merrier. I just really love it that people... Clear-cut question, when moon? That's another one I get. When moon? I don't do coin evaluations. I'm not a moon boy. I'll talk about how to manage crypto, how to store it in your wallet. I've had people with issues between chains and that sort of thing. There are things that I shine at that I can help you with. Other things I may not know about. So I don't know everything about crypto, but I do my best. Let's jump into the news real quick. Let's get that done. Crypto markets today exposed. Alameda Research loans to media site The Block, which is, I guess, some sort of crypto news site that I never use. I kind of stick to CoinDesk and Cointelegraph. They seem to be pretty above board. I may have shared some news stories from The Block, but apparently he took a loan. And is this really his hair? That's really it says it is him. So I guess someone caught him walking away with the sad Hulk music. I don't know, which is a bit from Family Guy and the old Hulk with Bill Bixby, if you're too old to know about that. But there he is walking away to the sad Hulk music. But anyway, Michael McCaffrey, who was the CEO of Block, resigned after it was revealed that he had taken out three loans with a total of $43 million from 2021 from FTX. Bobby Moran, the Block's chief revenue officer, will be stepping in to the role of CEO immediately. There's no evidence that Mike sought to improperly influence anything in their newsroom, like research items or coverage of SBF, FTX, or Alameda Research. And so that's kind of the latest as far as FTX. We're going to talk a little bit more about FTX in the news. I'll try to get through the news quickly. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin was trading around 17,140. Let's take a look at, I don't think I have it up anymore, do I? Let's see here. I'm going to share my phone, screen share my phone with you guys. And we'll just quickly check crypto.com for the latest crypto prices. I like crypto.com because there's my son, Alex. Let's see here. We'll look at crypto.com. That was an old picture of him, actually. He's quite older than that now. And the latest price of Bitcoin, according to crypto.com, is 17,266. Ethereum in at 1283. Both a bit up, but still kind of in the range that they've been. According to this article, Bitcoin has been around the $17,000 range for 10 consecutive days. But these are the latest prices now. I like crypto.com. I refer to it pretty much several times a day because it's a good up-to-the-minute price. I can get up-to-the-minute crypto prices from crypto.com. And they're based over in Asia, so their prices slightly front-run U.S. prices, or they're just slightly different because they take a lot of Asian exchanges to get their price info. There is no set price for Bitcoin. It's different everywhere. Everybody gets a different group of exchanges to get their price. It's not like a listed stock, like on NASDAQ or the stock market. The New York Stock Exchange have set prices for stocks, and that's it. There's only one price. Bitcoin has prices all over the map. So you can check out your latest prices on crypto.com, put in your favorite cryptos. You can buy, sell, trade, deposit, withdraw, stake, do all kinds of cool stuff on crypto.com. You've even got their crypto.com Visa card, which you can use to spend your crypto in the real world. So that's pretty cool. And don't forget, if you look at my live stream over here in the description, there's some stuff we're going to do tonight. I've got some links to pre-order stacks if you want that. We'll talk a little bit about minting. I did a mint earlier this week, and I'll show you that. I've got some affiliate links for you guys, and I've got all the news stories linked down here below for those of you who are interested. Let's jump back in. The next story, of course, is the big story about Ledger. Father of the iPod helps Ledger create a new cold crypto wallet. Tony Fadell, the man behind the iPod, iPhone, and Nest thermostat, collaborates with major crypto wallet firm Ledger to build a new cold wallet. Make sure I haven't muted my mic over here. Hardware wallet provider Ledger, known for its cold storage devices, announced its seventh crypto wallet in collaboration with the creator of the original iPod. Tony Fadell, the inventor of the iconic iPod Classic model, has partnered with Ledger to help the company design its latest wallet device known as Ledger Stax. The company broke the news on December 6th, earlier this week, and I was right there with them. I didn't go to Paris, but I did break the news right as they broke it on my live stream, if you were here earlier. I believe that was Tuesday. Upcoming hardware wallet is a credit card sized device that features a large e-ink display. So if you go to ledger.com, you can see it here. And that's it. It's kind of about the size of a credit card, maybe a little thicker, and it's got a touch screen on it. Now, it is grayscale, a little bit of a disappointment, but, you know, they were trying to deliver the best they could in a small, affordable format, and it is much more expensive than the Ledger Nano X. So I've went through this earlier in that other video, but here is kind of where it fits in the product line. As you know, I've been using the Ledger Nano X and the Ledger Nano S Plus in a lot of my live streams and in my setup videos, and this is the new Stax. So I don't know if this is to scale. It looks slightly smaller than scale here because I would think that it's going to be a little bit bigger in comparison to the Ledger Nano X. But maybe not. I mean, it's a pretty small little touchscreen device. And this brings ease of use and what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I guess we'll leave it at ease of use, right? Something that's easy to use and, you know, natural, intuitive. That's the word I'm looking for. I've been using the Ledger device for many years, but the way the interface works with the two buttons is janky at best, right? If you are used to it, it's easy to use, but most people are more comfortable with a touchscreen. So this is bringing the touchscreen to the Ledger experience. I think it's going to be quite a great moment for Ledger. I'm assuming that, you know, they'll build on this device in the future. And so we're all pioneers here, right? So pretty cool. We'll talk more about Stax and the NFTs that I got. But let's go to the next story here. Who's going to testify in Congress during the FTX hearings, which will be, I believe, the 13th? There was a lot of back and forth. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It looks like it's scheduled for the 14th. There was a lot of back and forth from Maxine Waters. She wanted SBF to testify, and then he tweeted that he didn't know if he'd be ready, and he didn't have enough information to give them any meaningful information. The guy's pretty slippery. He's playing dumb, but we've got a little article that kind of exposes his darker side. So we'll talk about that in a minute or two. I don't want to spend too much time on the news. I want to help you guys tonight. But let's see, who else is going to be speaking? Okay, here we are. FTX CEO John Ray, actor Ben McKenzie, law professor Hillary Allen have been confirmed. SBF Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank fame and Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison could testify. So it's going to be quite a scene leading up to this congressional hearing. I'll probably watch it live wherever I can on YouTube or what was that, C-SPAN? I don't have cable anymore, so I don't know. But it'll be pretty interesting. So what's going on, right? Why isn't this guy in chains? Why hasn't he been arrested and brought back to face the music? A lot of people are screaming for his head. Let's see what he has to say. And of course, he won't be there in person. He'll if he does testify, it'll be virtually, wherever the heck he is. And then the next one, U.S. Department of Justice reportedly investigating FTX CEO for siphoning funds out of the U.S. So here is, you know, law, the wheels of government move kind of slow, but they're inevitable, right? So if the DOJ is investigating him personally for siphoning funds, you know this is a serious deal, right? He's been accused of siphoning funds right before they declared bankruptcy. Federal investigation aims to examine SBF's involvement in improperly transferring FTX funds to the Bahamas. Also unlawfully transferring FTX funds to Alameda Research. So it looks like the hammer is coming down. They talk a little bit about this CZ exchange, but I've got a whole article referring to this. It's pretty interesting. If you have time, check out this article. Like I said, it's linked down below. There was a kind of a fiery exchange between these two in social media earlier. This was several months ago, maybe almost a year ago, where CZ referred to Bankman-Fried as a fraudster because Binance exited its position in FTX, and after becoming increasingly uncomfortable with Alameda/SBF. And according to the Binance CEO, SBF was unhinged at the exchange pulling out. Bankman-Fried criticized CZ for his public admonition of FTX, adding details about the negotiations amid FTX's liquidity crunch. So as you can see here, he's pretty bitter and a far cry from the hapless guy that is really sorry and not sure what's going on with his company. He seems pretty focused, laser focused in this exchange about what he is and what he wants, right? Let's see. I guess that's it. I don't want to cover these too much, right? And then another big story here, which I will cover in a little bit of detail. Bieber, Madonna, among dozens of celebs named in lawsuit alleging Yugo Labs NFT scheme. The suite claims celebrity endorsements of Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs and ApeCoin tokens resulted in financial loss for investors. Yuga Labs called the allegations opportunistic and parasitic. And it's a number of celebrities, but one of the figures in this that kind of stands out is a guy, and if I can find him here, poop-a-doo-pa-doo. Here he is, Guy Orasi, who is kind of a music industry guy / promoter / producer. I'm not sure, but he has a lot of contacts in the industry, and apparently he kind of leveraged all of his A-list celebrity relationships to get them to purchase or publicly talk about these NFTs, and pumped up the price. And apparently they were involved in a vast scheme and used crypto payment platform MoonPay as a front operation to promote and sell digital assets. Now, this particular article doesn't get into the meat, so to speak, of the fact that these MoonPay was being used to compensate these celebrities, because MoonPay was basically, and if you are familiar with my channel and my crypto tutorials, buying an NFT is not child's play, right? You know, especially for someone that has assistance and, is a lot of celebrity stuff going on, they don't really have the time nor inclination to sit down and figure out how to set up a crypto wallet, how to purchase some Ethereum, how to go onto OpenSea or any other NFT platform and actually purchase an NFT and store it in their own wallet. MoonPay was doing this for these big celebrities. They were sort of fronting them and saying, okay, look, you transfer, the 500 grand or $1 million to us and we'll make sure you get your NFT, right? So this article, and then there's another article here. I didn't link this article. This has to do with celebrities pouring money into MoonPay. This was how they were buying their NFTs. They would, invest in MoonPay. MoonPay would get their NFTs. But this article is a little more specific. It's on Zero Hedge. I've linked to this article. and basically says that they were being compensated through MoonPay for their endorsements, right? And they were not disclosing this compensation, right? And that's really what is criminal, so to speak, right? Now, these are civil lawsuits. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say criminal. I mean, this means that it's not above board for a celebrity to endorse a product without disclosing that they've been compensated, at least not for stocks, right? And NFTs are not stocks, and this is civil litigation. And Yuga Labs says that it's opportunistic and parasitic, which in a way it is, because the entire crypto market took a dive, and so did the NFT space, right? So it really wasn't the fault of Yuga Labs or any of these celebrities that the entire crypto market crashed, right? You could say buyer beware. But, there is, on the other side of the coin, when you see celebrities endorsing products, so to speak, and you think you're getting pulled in by their star power to make these investments. And so we'll see if a judge is going to sort this out or not. But in this particular article, there is a link to the filing. And in the filing here, I think they've got it here. In order, this is there's a link in this article that I've linked to this filing. So if you're interested in reading this, you can check that article out and follow the link over here. But in order to make the promotion and subsequent interest in a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs appear to be organic, as opposed to being solely the result of a paid promotion, the company needed a way to discreetly pay their celebrity cohorts. To do this, Ossery, who's that producer guy I was telling you about, Ossery's venture capital firm Sound Ventures was one of the early investors in MoonPay, along with Inter Alia. Defendants, blah, 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 blah. MoonPay purports to be a white glove service designed to help super rich and celebrities, I'm getting, okay, buy NFT without all the hassle of setting up a wallet, buying crypto, using that crypto to purchase an NFT, and then taking custody of it. In truth, the executive defendants and Ossery used their connections to MoonPay and its service as a covert way to compensate the promoter defendants for their promotions of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs without disclosing it to unsuspecting investors, right? That's the nub of the gist. We'll see, right? But it's bad publicity for these celebs, right? But they probably, we did see Kim Kardashian have to pay on a previous suit similar to this, where she was compensated for promoting that Ethereum thing, whatever it was. All right, so we've talked about all this news. Now let me get caught up over here. We're at 6:28. We're doing pretty good. Dan's here. Thanks for being here, Dan. I really appreciate you being here again, Dan. Look forward to seeing you on Tuesday at the in-person meeting of our local crypto group. Let's see, we got Scott here tonight. Wonderful. Good to have Scott. The only channel that is not about pump and dump. Yeah. Well, maybe I could have made a lot more money on this YouTube channel if I was doing coin evals. But I'm pretty happy that I've stuck with what I've been doing over the years, right? Since 2017, I've been doing educational videos, and I would like to stick to that. And I want to help you guys learn about crypto custody. Let's see, Dan's here. If done correctly, re-gift my child my ledger with a new phrase. Crawbillies, I don't know if you had asked this in the YouTube comment section a few days back or not, but he's asking about whether it's okay to repurpose an existing ledger device. And the answer to that is yes. It is quite simple to reset a ledger device back to factory. All you have to do is enter the PIN incorrectly 3 times, and it is set back to factory. And it will reinitialize, and then if you choose to set it up as a new device, it will generate a brand new, unique, random master private key, and it can be used by someone else. And the previous owner will have no idea about that seed phrase, right? The new private key. The new private key will generate a brand new seed phrase. So you could conceivably give it to anyone. Although most people are very suspicious. I've thought about, resetting devices and offering it to people, and thought to myself, they will think that somehow, I'm in there and that I'm going to steal their crypto eventually. But that's not the case. You can reset a Ledger device to factory and gift it to someone else and just explain to them. Even if you have the box and everything, they come with extra 24 phrase cards too. So if you only used one of those cards, you could wipe the device, put it back in the box along with whatever cards are left over, and gift it to someone who needs it or wants it. That's very easy to do, right? No limit, right. I don't believe there's any limit to the seed phrases that one device can generate, right? It has the hardware architecture just generates random phrases. And the number of combinations of a 512-bit master private key is way out there. Let me see if I can find this. I think I've shown this to you guys before. Uh, 512-bit key. Let me see if I can find that. I want it's a YouTube video. Yes, here we go. This is 256-bit. And the ledger is, whoops, doggone it. This is not the YouTube video I was looking for. Come on. I thought that was a YouTube video. I guess not. Huh, okay. Ah, here it is. I knew there was a video in there somewhere. I don't want to, violate this user's copyright, but this is a great video that will explain to you how, and I heard there, I was watching the live stream. I always watch my live stream the next morning, and it was either last week or the week before. Someone was asking about what were the chances of someone accidentally guessing his private key. And they're astronomical. They're beyond astronomical. He goes on, let me see if I can sort of give you the nub of the gist. He breaks down the number of combinations of this is a 256-bit key into chunks, right? We got 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion, multiplied times each other, right? So we can start with a GPU, and then we can get 4 billion of those GPUs and put them into a computer, and then get 4 billion of those computers, right? And then we can take 4 billion of those computers and stick them onto a world that has about 7.3 billion people. We can take 4 billion of those worlds, right? This is a great video, man. You should check it out. And then those 4 billion worlds can be put into 4 billion galaxies, or not galaxies. Yeah, galaxies. It's just it would take 507 billion years, or 37 times the age of the universe, to guess or go through all of the combinations. So we've talked about grains of sand on a beach. If I were to, take my private key as a grain of sand and throw it onto a beach, and you have to go out there and pick up the exact same grain of sand, not knowing where I threw mine, right? And even if that's mind-boggling enough, but you can take all the beaches on the world, and even that's mind-boggling. How could anyone randomly reach out their hand, if they could, and pick up a grain of sand on all the beaches in the world that just happened to be the same one that I threw out there in the pool randomly, right? And if that's not mind-boggling enough, we can take that, all the beaches on all the worlds, on all the star systems and all the galaxies, you know, multiplied times billions, right? So the security of cryptography is beyond what our minds can wrap around. So it's no one is going to accidentally, initialize their ledger device with the exact same PIN you have. It's just not going to happen. So it's very safe, very secure. This is, advanced cryptography was not even invented, so to speak, until the 70s, because it wasn't even possible to do these calculations without computers. So this branch of mathematics or computer science, known as modern cryptography, is brand new, based on modern technology. So very safe, very secure. I've got off on my rant about it. Let's get down to earth. Let's talk about ledger stacks, right? I talked a little bit about it up in the beginning. I went ahead and ordered one myself, so I'll be getting one hopefully soon. And I also went on the Ledger Market page and minted my own Stacks NFT. So let's grab this. I'll show you what I mean here. If you have the Ledger Market NFT, which I bought a couple months back on the live stream, if you remember, this is the Ledger Market website, but if we choose Connect Wallet, we can use Ledger Live. And I think it's about to launch. There it goes. And we can go, if we connect our wallet, and I believe the wallet is connected here, we can mint this NFT, which can be used to redeem a Ledger Stacks. A special version of the Stacks, a Ledger Stacks with a free magnet shell and a protective case for your Ledger Stacks, and a little piece of NFT art. But you have to already own the Ledger Market NFT, which this particular wallet does not, right? So I wanted to quickly kind of show you something that's kind of fun before we get too far into it. This is a Ledger Live configuration. Now, a lot of people have asked me questions about, I need to reinstall Ledger Live on a new computer. How do you do that? How do I manage multiple devices? Can I share my Ledger Live with my wife or my roommate? And the answer is the Ledger Live will manage multiple devices, but if you've got two people with two devices and one copy of Ledger Live, they can't really, they can commingle and manage each other's devices and keep their devices separate and not reveal their pins to each other, but they would still see their balances within Ledger Live, right? There's no what we would call profiles, like user profile, like we do when, say we log into, let's see if I can do it here. If I can get myself, I don't know if I can get myself, just messed it up. Right. So, we've got profiles on our Prime Video, right? So when I log into mine, I see my movies and my watch list and my preferences, and the kids have theirs and my wife has hers. Our dog Max, he watches weird stuff when we're away, right? To keep him company. My daughter, right? But they don't have that with Ledger Live, right? Ledger Live does not have profiles. But they do have preference folders inside your Windows folders. They would probably also be in the Mac preferences folder. So I wanted to quickly show you how you can manage those. Right now, I'm on my C drive, right, in the users folder, in my name folder, in a hidden folder called app data, roaming. There are folders for Ledger Live. Now, currently, we're looking at this configuration, which is actually the configuration that I created for my Ledger Black on Black when I was doing my video, right? But it's not my go-to device right now. I was just using it as a demo. But that's the current configuration. Now, we can take, we'll quit Ledger Live. We'll take this Ledger Live folder, and I'm going to just rename it Demo. Right? Now, now, as far as Ledger Live is concerned, there is no Ledger Live folder. So if we launch Ledger Live, notice it just created a folder named Ledger Live, right? Launches Ledger Live completely blank, right? Just like you just set it up from the beginning, right? So now we can go back in here and we can take this folder. We can just delete this folder, actually. And we'll take this folder and we'll name it back to Ledger Live. All right, and then we'll launch Ledger Live again. And since there is a Ledger Live folder in there, Ledger Live checks the preferences and looks at all the accounts that I created. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let's go back in here and change this one back to demo. All right, and then we'll go to this one, which is, I'll say mine, and I will make that one active by erasing that, creating that as Ledger Live. We'll launch Ledger Live again. And boom, we're back in the old familiar CryptoDad portfolio and account interface that we're all used to, right? All these accounts that I created. So all of this information is stored on the computer. This is just the public information of my wallets, right? This isn't the crypto, right? This is just my window to my crypto that's stored on the blockchain. I could recreate this just using the device if I wanted to, right? I've got my pod here. Someone asked me, does it rattle when it's in there? So I put it in there and was like, no, it doesn't rattle at all, right? So let's just open it up. Kind of a cool little thing here. And there's my Ledger Nano X. Right, I'm going to go ahead and just connect it so that we can... I'll go ahead and connect my Ledger Nano X and open up or enter my PIN. All right. Now, I wanted to show you in my Ledger main account, I bought the NFT for the Ledger Stax. Now, when I did the video, it looked kind of generic, but since then, since I quit and relaunched Ledger Live and refreshed it, you can see here that it is a redemption token for a Ledger Stax product, right? And if we go back here to, where were we? Oh, it was here. If we go back here to the L Market link for the minting, we'll connect wallet. This time we'll connect this wallet, right? Now, I have already minted mine, so it won't let me mint another one, right? But on November 19th, I'll be able to go to the Ledger shop and actually purchase or, redeem my NFT for a Ledger Stax, right? So far I have pre-ordered one Stax and I've minted an NFT redemption token for Stax number 2. So I'll be getting 2 stacks late March, early April, hopefully, if everything runs on time. And then I also, when I minted that Stax NFT, I also got, pardon me, wrong Ethereum account. I also got this art, which will, I'll be able to redeem that for some random artwork that looks cool on the stacks. So I've got links to this stuff over here in the description of the video. There's the pre-order, which will take you to the pre-order page. And that is my affiliate link. I'll get credit for it if you do it. It won't cost you a penny more. But they will know that I sent you. And then if you're interested in minting this guy, then you'll have to buy that Ledger Market Pass, which is down here, this guy. The Ledger Market Pass Genesis Edition is what made that mint possible. I did still have to pay, like you saw, 0.22 Ethereum. So, but I also needed the Market Pass. And the Market Pass allowed me to redeem this black on black Ledger device. And I've received some other artwork in relation to that. This thing here is from it was an airdrop from the Ledger Market Pass. So kind of cool stuff, you know. But I've got videos on, how we go about doing this kind of stuff. All right, so let me see. I'm going to try to just focus on what you guys are asking me tonight. I go through my live stream the next day, and I see so many easy questions that I could have just answered right away. So I'm going to scroll up a bit, try not to mute my mic while I get caught up here. Tom Brawley, my educational videos are great, helping people to figure out how to use the Ledger, etc. was great. Thank you for that, Tom. I appreciate it. Let's see. How do you reset your password for the Nami wallet? Not sure about the Nami wallet, but, as I mentioned earlier with the Ledger device, you simply enter your password incorrectly 3 times. But every wallet has its own reset process, right? So, like, for example, the Trezor Model T has in the settings, once you've connected the device, there is a reset device command, right? Oh, this is not the wallet. Okay, I guess there's more than one Nami, right? Is this it? Oh, okay. This is a Cardano wallet. Now, reset the password. Now, looks like Chrome. I don't know if I've ever downloaded this thing. At least not here. Let's check. Maybe I did. Sometimes I did. I had them. I do. Okay. All right. So I don't think I've set it up. Now, I'm going to do an import and see if it will recognize my... Oh, okay. No, I don't really want to do this. Yeah. Importing Daedalus or Yori. This would be if you wanted to import an existing Cardano wallet that was a standalone wallet that was not associated with a Ledger device. I try to use... no, it's not going to do that. Yeah, see, it just shoots out a seed phrase, which I'm not going to create this wallet since I've already revealed the seed phrase. So I would just poke around in the settings and see. I haven't ever set this wallet up because it doesn't interface with Ledger, and I'm not a big fan of wallets that don't interface with Ledger. You saw on there Daedalus and Yori, other wallets, those both can interface with a Ledger device so that your private key can be stored offline. All right. But I guess Nami you can't. So I can't answer the NAMI question, really, unfortunately. Don't have a chance to set it up. If Ledger Live removed and rephased correctly, and REast the ledger reprogrammed several times, yeah, you can reprogram and reset the ledger as many times as you want, right? And that happens to people. They do it inadvertently when they enter the seed phrase 3 times. That's how people kind of get screwed up sometimes. But if it's asking you to enter, if it's asking you to write down a new phrase, then you've probably accidentally reset it. So if you're playing around with it and it says it's brand new and it's telling you to write down a seed phrase, you should probably go to your drawer and dig out the seed phrase you wrote down when you first bought it and do a restore, right? I get a lot of people that they think they're resetting it for whatever reason. They don't understand what's going on. They dutifully write down their brand new seed phrase, and then none of their accounts in Ledger Live work because the accounts in Ledger Live were associated with the previous seed phrase. So yeah, it's easy to get messed up with a ledger, but you can reset it as many times as you want if you want to keep writing seed phrases down. All my crypto is on my Ledger Nano X. Pretty cool. Absolutely nothing will happen to SBF, Scott. Done correctly, can I regift my child? Yes. Has the Stax review happened? Yes, I did a deep dive review of the Stax wallet. If you're interested, I'll put a link to that over here. I did the review of the Stax wallet. I also did a live stream, which was kind of fun. Here, now this was a live stream that I did on the day they announced it, and I actually did my minting right on the live stream. So if you're interested in that, I threw a link to that live stream video. But if you just want to know about the features of the stacks, then I would recommend this video. I go into a lot of detail about what it is and how it works. Now, I'm thinking that it's going to be very similar to a Ledger Nano X in that the private key will reside on the device. The private key will be used to sign transactions. You can restore the device with a 24-word recovery phrase. You can set up the device with a brand new recovery phrase. It has Bluetooth to interface with the Ledger app on your phone. And it also has a, you can't see it in this picture, but it has a USB-C port to connect to your Ledger Live desktop. So the only thing that's different about it, so to speak, is the interface, right? But other than that, it's basically a Ledger device that stores your private key and keeps it offline. It's a hardware wallet plus, I guess we would call it, right? So your authorization will be on the device. And they did a demo of that, and I showed the demo in this, I think in this live, I showed the demo, right, that they showed at the Ledger Open. And this is him just confirming a transaction using the touchscreen of the device. And it's mostly done right about here. This is where he picks up the device and actually authorizes an outgoing transaction. And as you can see, he's using Ledger Live on his phone to do it. What I'm curious about more than anything is how easy it's going to be to write down the 24-word recovery phrase and restore an existing one. I'm hoping that you'll have a little keypad for typing in words, but you may not, right? It might just be kind of a menu interface that will present the words for you to write down, and then when you're doing the restore, you'll probably maybe tap in. I'm not sure, really. This is really the mystery of the device, is how the entry interface will work. I would hope and pray that when you're entering words, that there'll be a keypad interface that pops up. but I don't know. They haven't mentioned that, right? We do know that it has a wireless charging capabilities, which is also pretty cool. I got a bunch of wireless chargers laying around my house, right? So that's going to be cool. Hi, does the Stax have the option of adding the 25th word passphrase, extra security? Yes, I would assume that it does. In that it does everything a Ledger Nano X does and more, right? So if it has the ability to work as a private key, it has the ability to give us the seed phrase, which we'll write down. It has the ability for us to restore a seed phrase. Then it should also have all of the menu options that the Ledger has as far as creating a passphrase or maybe even an alternate PIN code, right? So we'll see how the only thing that I'm curious about is how the interface will work for entering your PIN code and entering your passphrase. But a lot of people have asked me whether it's got facial recognition or QR code scanning, and no, it doesn't have a camera on it. You can see that there's no camera on it. So no facial recognition and no QR code scanning. But you would use the phone app to scan QR codes, right? It interfaces with it. And it would be cool if it had fingerprint recognition, but I don't think it does, right? It could, it's possible, but I doubt it, right? They haven't mentioned that in any of the specs. So we're just looking at a touchscreen interface for PIN entry, word entry, passphrase entry. But yes, I would assume, I would say at 99% certain that it does support the passphrase or the 25th word for extra security. If done correctly, yeah, I keep rereading the same ones. Do you know how many passphrases you can create with a single 24-word seed? Is it unlimited? Yes. You could create a universe of passphrases on top of your existing 24-word phrase. So if you are familiar with how passphrases work on the Ledger device, if you have anything hidden behind a passphrase, let me go ahead and show you that real quick. Let's get this guy. Whoop. Trying to get this camera in. On camera 2. Let's get over here. On camera 2, I'm going to move the green screen over so you don't see my printer back there. All right. I think we're pretty close here. Let's look at this guy. Hey, look, there's my reflection. That's pretty interesting. Never seen that before. That's new. All right, so if we hold both our buttons down for a few seconds, it's going to take us over to the settings area. And if we click both buttons and then advance over to security section and click both buttons, if we scroll down to the passphrase section, click both buttons, and it says, I'm going to click both buttons again. Am I? I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, there it is. Set up passphrase. Now, this is a little confusing to people because if you've already set up a passphrase, it's going to keep, every time you go in there, it's going to say this, right? So it's a little jarring. You're like, what happened to the passphrase that I set up the first time? Well, it's here, right? Or on paper, wherever you've saved it, right? So every time you go in here, it's going to say set up passphrase, as if you're setting up a brand new one. But you can reuse the one that you set up the first time. So if you click here, you can use the attach pin feature, or you can set up as temporary, either way. If you go into the setup as temporary and click set passphrase, then you get this little interface where you have to, I got to choose whether I want the uppercase set or the lowercase set, right? And it's a little clunky, or if I want lowercase, whoops, or do I want special characters, right? Come on, Rex. Having some trouble here. Special characters here, right? If you want all the numbers and, you know, punctuation marks. So you can create a very complicated passphrase. And all you have to do is type in that passphrase here. Let's say it's star, star, 4, 4, and then it's like, come on, Rex. You've done this many times. You should know how to do this. Oops, Z, whatever, right? And then once you've entered it, you'll hit both buttons. Oops, I thought that was the check mark. My bad. Come on, Rex. Dude, seriously. Where'd that check go? Is that the check? Okay. Come on, Rex. All right, there. Boom. All right, and then it's like, okay, there's your passphrase, right? And then it asks you to enter the PIN, your PIN. And then once you've done that, it'll be a new configuration. So every time you do this, you'll be in that new configuration if you use the same passphrase, right? And then you can set up wallets and move crypto in and all that good stuff, right? But you'll only be able to access that crypto if you remember this passphrase to get to it again. But you could have more than one passphrase, right? Like you log into one passphrase and then you have access to a different set of crypto. And you log into a different passphrase, which is a whole nother set of crypto, right? And you can keep track of in your head. The only problem with the passphrase is, oh, I have to be really careful with this because it, if you try to, like, in the middle of a passphrase, just yank it out, sometimes it'll go into a factory reset, and I don't want that. This is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. I'm just going to enter my proper PIN. Okay, and now you can see that it says passphrase set because I entered my PIN, right? And then we back out. Oops. Oy. See, this thing is so frustrating to use, and I've been using it for years. This whole button thing is just ganky, right? So now, if I were to go into any of my accounts, like this Bitcoin account, and do a receive, right? It's going to tell me to open the Bitcoin app. And then it's going to tell me something went wrong because I'm using a passphrase configuration, right? Please check your hardware wallet is set up with the recovery phrase or passphrase associated with the selected account. So this particular account right here is set up with the default, right? The default account is the one with no passphrase. I know passphrases is a bit difficult to wrap your head around, which is why I do not recommend them for newcomers. A lot of newcomers are always asking me, oh, I want my crypto to be much more secure. It means that you could lose your crypto by forgetting that passphrase because no one can reset it for you. Now that I reconnected and disconnected the device, now it works, right? See, it shows me my Bitcoin address. This means that I've matched the device and the configuration. So yes, the answer to that question is you could have multiple passphrases going off into infinity as long as you keep track of them, right? Don't lose them. All right. Better just to stick with one configuration or maybe just one password. Crawbillies. I got this from Ledger. Beyond this, the final word of your 24-word recovery phrase amounts to a checksum, which verifies the abstracted number that represents your account and is manifested. Well, you know, the seed phrase is just the backup human readable format of your master private key. And it does contain a checksum so that when you're doing a restore and you're entering in the words, if you enter in an invalid word, it knows, right? Because the phrase itself has it's a checksum, but it's kind of, it checks itself to make sure that it's a valid phrase as you're entering. But that's really not, you know, a deal breaker or anything. That's just how the phrases work. So let's see here. How can you store NFTs on a ledger? Okay, that's a pretty good question. Why do they have 3 devices shown in ad? Do you get all 3 for the price? 3 devices in ad. In the ad? Oh, no, Barbara. No. Yeah. No. Would be nice, right? No, you could get 3 if you paid for 3. Let me go. I can't find that ad. Let's go back here. Hey. Oh, here. There. Yeah. No, you don't get 3. You only get 1 for the price, right? They just show 3 just to demo that it's stackable. Okay, so let me see who. Oh, NFTs. NFTs are stored in Ethereum wallets in the very exact same way that Ethereum is stored in the wallet, or ERC20 tokens are stored in the wallet. So if we look at this Ethereum wallet, you can see that there are NFTs in the wallet and that there are ERC20 tokens in the wallet. All right, they're all stored in this Ethereum wallet. And they can be sent back and forth to different wallets, right? I could take this NFT here and send it to a different wallet. Why don't we do that real quick, just for fun? Let's go over to Ethereum H. Let's do a receive. Let's get the address. There it is. Let's go back over to Ethereum main and send one of these. I'll send this. Actually, I won't send this. I'll send this one, which was a NFT airdrop from the ledger. We'll just click send. We'll paste in the address of the Ethereum wallet. You would do the same thing if you were sending an NFT from a website or something like that. It just depends on how you buy your NFT. I've heard that people can buy them on Coinbase. I don't know that you can buy NFTs directly on Coinbase, but maybe you can. I don't know. Generally, you buy them on DeFi sites. And when you do that, they're already in your wallet when you buy them, right? But anyway, you can send them back and forth between wallets. We'll hit continue here. It's going to cost me $2.57. We'll hit continue. We'll hit continue again. And then we need to open the Ethereum app. Where's that thing? Is that camera still on? And when that camera's on, let's hit open Ethereum app. All right, I need to review the transaction. It's an NFT transfer. Where am I? That's where I'm sending it. This is the information about it. There's the address. Oh, that's the address of the NFT, wherever it lives on the blockchain. There's its ID. There's my fees. I'll click accept and send. Off it goes. Oops. Oh, come on, Rex. There we go. Try it. Well, I'll just do this. All right, and that's done. It's gone. We can go over to the other wallet. I know it's kind of weird that I'm doing it wallet to wallet, but within Ledger Live. But hey, there it is, right? It moved. I moved it to a different place. So yeah, an NFT is just like any other crypto. It it's in a wallet. You can send it. All you need is the destination address, right? Or if you go onto like OpenSea, like for example, if you go to say OpenSea, which is a DeFi site, and try to sell this thing, you generally do it from within your own wallet, right? I thought I was already, I guess I'm not connected. Yeah, and you would use MetaMask or something like that. Pooies. It's not going to work in Brave, but. So when you make a bid or you purchase an NFT on a site like OpenSea, it goes right into your wallet, right? You just have to have Ethereum in your wallet for the purchase, right? So they're by default stored in your own wallet. Let's see here. They are magnetic. Yes, Crypto Pete, they are. I've heard that as well, that they're magnetic. Could you show how to use a Cardano DEX? Oh my God. Okay, well, there's not too many valuable Cardano tokens out there to buy, but who am I? Let's see. Well, first of all, we need to have a Cardano wallet that we're going to connect to the DEX, right? So if you look at, I have this Ledger device, and I do have the Cardano app on the device, right? So that is, in effect, my Cardano wallet. Now, we can look at that Cardano wallet here in Accounts, and I don't think I have any Cardano in it. There's a small amount, right? Right. There is the small balance of Cardano in this wallet, right? Now, if you want to connect to a Cardano DEX, you have to know where the DEX is. Now, I do know of one, Sunday Swap, all right? There might be others out there, but this is a pretty good example. Okay, so we go onto the DEX, we enter the app, and then it wants me to connect my wallet. Now, I'm going to connect my Ledger-based wallet. Oh, that's right. This thing doesn't work with Ledger. Oi. God, how stupid is that? All right, so I'm going to have to, I think I still have this. Actually, okay, I do. Okay, there's the Eternal wallet. Is it going to let me do this or not? Okay. All right, so I haven't used this since I reset my computer, restored. I reinstalled Windows. So let's go ahead and add the Ledger wallet. Oh, hardware. Here we go. Hardware wallet, Ledger Nano X. And I am in the, I need to get into the Cardano app. I think that's it right there. Yeah. So I'll click the Cardano app. I showed you that balance, right? We looked at the balance in a minute earlier. There it is. Not much, but it's there. Let's go back here. Okay. Why won't it let me do next? Oh, I have to tell it. Okay. Sorry. All right. So next. A wallet of an Eternal can have up to 24 accounts. Oh, now what? Okay, so I hit save? Question mark? Okay. Okay, there's the Nano. Okay. Let's click. It's got a weird name for it. Okay. Well, it connected to an empty wallet. I don't see. Well, let's see. Aha, there. It did connect to the wallet. Notice it says there's 11 in there rather than 4.2. It's just because the Nami wallet is reading it slightly different. It's including the rewards that have been generated because this wallet is staked, right? So I'm pretty sure it's the same wallet. It could be a different wallet. I don't know. Anyway, there may be another. We could check to see if there's another Cardano wallet on here. But I'm pretty sure that was it. It was just slightly different balance. Let's just see. I may have 2 Cardano wallets on this device. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, no, that's it. Well, it says, no, that's it. That's just an empty wallet. So, yeah, it's the same wallet. For whatever reason, the balance is reading slightly differently in Eternal. All right, now that we've got our Eternal wallet open, I think we can do this, right? Connect to Eternal. Oh, okay, we click Connect to Eternal. Switch to the Eternal browser extension and activate a DApp account. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. What? Oh man, come on. Don't do this to me. I don't understand. There's something I'm supposed to do over here. I know it. Someone told me this before. I think it was in the account. Pooies. I haven't done this in so long. I'm sorry. It's just not worth the time and trouble. Settings. DApp. Somewhere there's like a DApp setting. DApp allow list. No DApps allowed. Okay. Anyone know how to do this? Dan? Can you make a full explanation of how to use multiple profiles in Ledger Live, please? Like a tutorial of 6 minutes. I'm a slow user. I already covered that in the live stream. All you do is change the names of these folders, right? Showed you that earlier, right? If you want to create a new profile, then you simply rename the Ledger Live folder something else. But it's not set up to manage profiles. I'm just hacking it, or not hack. When people think hack, they think of criminal activity. Hacking also means just like fudging around with your settings. This is just like a Band-Aid approach to the profile. It wasn't set up to really support profiles, but you can play around with the folders if you want to. And I did that earlier in the live stream if you're interested in doing that. If you're referring to multiple devices, we can do that a little bit. But I would like to at least, I could have sworn I knew how to do this at one point. Do you remember how this works, Dan? I could have sworn that there's like a little setting in here that you got to like toggle on to make this work. But I can't seem to do it. Is this it? Okay. Is that it? Okay. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, it does say it's connecting. Is it connecting or is it not connecting? Okay, let's try it again. Connect wallet. Yes, Eternal. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, connect to site. Okay, so now it's connected. So if I choose ADA, it sees my balance, right? There's that 4 balance, right? And then I could swap it for Sunday token if I wanted to, right? It actually sees that I have a Sunday token balance. Right. Notice over here in Ledger Live that my Cardano wallet does not support Oh, wait, it does. I'm sorry. It does. So you can see there's some Sunday tokens in there and some ADX tokens, right? So we could swap those. I don't know how you do. I wish there was a max, but let's do it this way. Let's say that, oh, there it says max, okay. So if I wanted to swap all my Sunday tokens for ADA, then I would get 4 ADA. And that's how you do swap on a Cardano DEX, right? So a little tricky, right? But that's pretty much how you do it with Sunday swap. I'm sure there's others. It would be nice if I'm not a big fan of the Eternal wallet, but I guess it's okay. I think it's a little too much for me. It's just not intuitive enough, right? Anyway. Whoops. Okay. When we'll be able to do this with an iPad or iPhone? You can use Ledger Live with an iPhone, but trying to trying to trade crypto on a DEX using your phone is a little tricky. You can do it, but mobile, like for example, you could like use something like mobile MetaMask, and I think you could do mobile MetaMask with like a DEX, but kind of hard, right? I tried this Keystone earlier, but let's just assume that you've got an empty account. Unfortunately, you cannot connect a Ledger device to mobile MetaMask. So you're kind of either you have to use the phone-based MetaMask wallet, or you can use a Keystone device. I've done that before. Keystone does, it's like an air-gapped hardware wallet. And so once you've got the Ethereum MetaMask wallet ready to go, then you would like go over to like Uniswap on your phone, right? You know, and then connect your wallet. Okay, yeah. I think you do Wallet Connect and MetaMask. And it doesn't appear to work. Oh, I guess it sort of works. Okay. Right. So it is basically connected to my MetaMask wallet on my phone. So yeah, you can do it, but it's kind of iffy, right? I would feel much more comfortable if there was Ledger support for something like this. Now, I do believe that in Ledger Live, if you want to use Ledger Live on your phone, they do have, you know, the swap feature within Ledger Live, right? And I'm not sure which exchange this is, but let's say, I don't know. We have to put something in here. Oh, use Max. All right, so if I wanted to swap this Bitcoin for Ethereum, they use Weir, which is a third-party payment processor, kind of in the background, right? And I think maybe you could change that to something else. I'm not comfortable using either of these, and I don't like trading large amounts of crypto on my phone. I'm more computer-centric, but it can be done in Ledger Live, limited, right? You can't use Uniswap from within Ledger Live on your phone, as far as I know. Let's see. No, this is like no. So yeah, you could actually buy here, but then again, you're also connecting to third parties. So there are options available for phone-centric people. I'm not the phone-centric kind of person. But there are options out there if you want to trade crypto on your phone. But that's kind of not my thing. Because you're doing everything right on your phone, and your private keys are on your phone, unless you're using a keystone. Well, I mean, if you do it in Ledger Live, then yes, the private keys would be on the Ledger device. But I'm not a big fan of Weir or any of those other third-party places. I guess I'm just getting old, too old for this. Let's see. Rex Chatter has it on Ledger or Trezor discontinue coins because the powers that be say, will our coins still be safe because we still have our keys? Example coin XRP, thank you. The powers that be discontinue, that word is, how are they going to discontinue? Now they can, powers that be have a lot of power, of course, so they can prevent, they can pass laws that outlaw doing stuff. So conceivably, they could make it illegal to trade XRP, so that if you got caught trading XRP, you'd face charges of some kind or fines. They could also prevent the on-ramps, like which happened when the SEC sued XRP. It got delisted from Coinbase and BINANCE US and a lot of other US-based exchanges. You can only get XRP on, exchanges that are outside of the US, right? That don't have to follow US regulations. But it's practically impossible for the powers that be to break blockchains. You would have to, in order to annihilate Bitcoin, you would have to annihilate every single Bitcoin node, and anyone can run a Bitcoin node. So as long as there's one person still running a Bitcoin node, then the Bitcoin survives, right? So it's sort of like whack-a-mole. Very hard for the powers that be to discontinue a coin. And will they still be safe on your device? Yes, right? As long as you have an account and a private key, if there's a blockchain out there somewhere, you'll be able to connect to it. It might be difficult. They might make it hard on you, but they'll still be there. I guess that's if that answers your question about that. Let's go back here. We did this, the mint and the stacks, right? Lately has been the most demoralizing of all. Altcoins are just being slaughtered. Ethereum and Matic seem to be holding up quite well, though. I'm definitely hoping for some rays of sunshine soon. Do you need to set collateral? Well, I think we talked about the Cardano DEX. You just need a balance in your wallet if you want to trade. All right. So before you start trading on a DEX, you're going to need to get your hands on one of these cryptos, right? Most likely Cardano, right? It's the easiest one to buy on an exchange. You can buy Cardano on just about any exchange, right? Coinbase, Kraken, Binance US, Gemini, Binance proper. You can get Cardano anywhere, right? You just need to buy it and put it in your wallet, and then you can go trade on a Cardano DEX. You don't need collateral. You just need funds. You need something to pay. If you want to swap, you're going to have to bring something to swap, right? If you want to trade marbles, you got to bring a bag of your own, right? You can't just walk into, a game of marbles with no marbles. I talked about the iPad. Since we're in a bear market, how does everyday life feel like in the bull market? ? We don't really talk about the market much here. I'm more about education and crypto custody. So don't really want to address market stuff as much as possible. Have you done a video on how to create an NFT? No, I haven't. because creating an NFT requires knowledge of cryptography and wallets, or cryptocurrency and wallets, but it also requires a little bit of art talent, right? I have created a very, let me see if I can find them. Very rudimentary. Let me see. I just gotta find the right account. If it's even in here. Yeah, I believe this is it. So if we go to OpenSea, and I hope I'll be able to pull this off. And I want to connect to my, I need to get out of this. Let's try to connect. Ugh, come on, right? It's just not going to let me do this. Oh, okay, there. All right, so I've connected to the proper account. And Jesus, man, I wish I could figure out how to use this stupid thing. Nope, that's not it. Okay. I thought it was that wallet that I had created some NFTs on, but apparently not. Okay. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off. Let me just try one other wallet. See if maybe. I don't know if it would be in here. No. I did at one point. They were just JPEGs that I uploaded. It's actually, I think I did. Possibly. Let's see here. But you really have to, if you want to create a desirable NFT that someone else would want, you need a little bit of, you need to be, I did purchase NFT on OpenSea. Yeah, I think this video is just about how you purchase NFTs. I didn't show you how to actually create NFTs. But that's about the closest thing I've got. It's not rocket science. You know, like, I mean, when you're on a site, you can, what's this? Oh, that's weird. When you go to your profile, I don't know. I don't know. It used to be fairly straightforward. Maybe it's not anymore. Create, right? So you can hit create, and you basically, you need to sign in, right? And then you can drop a JPEG or whatever, and then give it a name and, you know, blah, 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 and then basically create, right? You do it from within your wallet, right? Well, your wallet is connected when you do it. So it's not rocket science to create an NFT, but you have to have some artistic talent for it to be something of value, right? I mean, look at the stuff people are doing. You know, I'm nowhere near that proficiency artistically. Do I have to be scared now if I converted on Ledger Live app, since you said that it runs through a third party? Should I buy a new Ledger now? Don't get scared, guys. I'm not trying to scare anybody here. Why are you scared? Because you converted what on Ledger Live? I don't get it. Yeah, I did. I did have a profile picture, but I can't figure out which wallet it was connected to. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why it's not connecting there. I thought that it was on. It should show up in OpenSea. if I just connect the right wallet, but I can't seem to do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Which wallet is it? Might be this wallet. I can try. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's like it wants me to sign. Okay. Okay. No. I just can't seem to find the one that I did. I did a long time ago. It's hard to do live. Like if I were offline, I could figure it out in like 2 minutes. But when the pressure's on, I'm fumbling around. The passphrases on the blockchain are just the wallet. In other words, would you need it for a restore? If you have set up a passphrase, your so-called 25th word, it's not on the blockchain. It is, you have it, right? So when you enter it in on your ledger, that's when a brand new private key or a different private key is generated, right? I know it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around it, but once you've done that, you have a bunch of empty wallets that you now can create, and those will be on the blockchain. And then if you put crypto in those wallets that are accessed through that passphrase, then that crypto is on the blockchain, right? But then as soon as you disconnect your ledger and reconnect it, now you're at the base configuration, and you have lost access to all of that crypto that you stored in the passphrase configuration. But the passphrase is simply a word, an extra word that you know. And so it only comes into play when you add it to an existing configuration, and then the ledger is in a new configuration. I know it's like hard to explain, but it would be like you have two ledgers, right? You have one ledger that's the base configuration. Enter the passphrase on that ledger, and now that ledger is now different. It's a different ledger in a different configuration with a different set of wallets that you can have access to and put crypto in. But if you lose access to that passphrase, if you wrote it down on a sticky note and lost it, then there's no way to get back to that configuration. But wait, I'm still a little concerned about House Vince, who's worried about Ledger Live. Why are you worried about Ledger Live? Why are you scared? I converted on Ledger Live? What do you mean you converted on Ledger Live? What does that mean, you converted? Since you said it runs through a third party. It doesn't really run. When did I say it runs through a third party? Should I buy a new ledger now? I don't understand what you're saying. If you gave your 24-word recovery phrase to someone, then you should move your crypto off your device and store it in a safe place, and then either get a new ledger or reset your existing ledger and then reconfigure it and put your crypto in the new wallet. But I don't understand what you're saying. You converted on Ledger Live. What do you mean that? Converted on Ledger Live. I use the convert currency feature on the Ledger Live app, and the conversion runs through a third party. I hope it's safe. Convert currency? Oh my gosh. I don't understand. Where's convert currency? Here? How did you convert currency? In the swap? Even if you did something in Ledger Live that runs to, all of these run through third parties. Are you talking about the swap? I was talking about third parties. It is perfectly safe to use these third parties. They're not going to steal anything from you. I just don't like using them because they're wanky. That doesn't mean they're unsafe. I didn't mean to give anyone that impression at all. No, that's not what I was saying. these two, Weir and Sys, are perfectly safe to use. You may, some people you may have issues with them, but that does not put any of the crypto that you have stored on your device at risk. When you store crypto on your device, it's protected by the private key. So when you do a swap in using one of these third parties, you're authorizing using the buttons, but you're only at risk of buying some stupid crypto that's not a good investment. But there's no way these guys are going to reach into your device and steal your crypto. It's not how it works. I'm just saying I don't like these third-party services. I didn't mean to alarm anybody. Right. I don't really like using the swap feature in Ledger Live. I'm just not happy with the way that it works. That's just my personal preference. If I want to buy some Bitcoin, I'm going to go over to Coinbase, right, where I'm comfortable, and buy some Bitcoin and then transfer it into my wallet. And then when I want to cash out, I'll take my crypto that's in my wallet, and then I'll send it back to the exchange if I want to liquidate. And if I want to make trades, I'll go onto the exchange and either deposit some dollars or buy using ACH if I want to, like making a one-time purchase, and make my trades on Coinbase. That's where I feel more comfortable than using the weird swap stuff, right? I didn't mean to say that you're going to lose crypto by using these third parties. They're built into Ledger Live. There's nothing risky about using them. Although I have heard stories that some of these parties, have locked people out after a trade or for whatever reason, but that has nothing to do with the security of the Ledger device. And if you've already made your conversion, then you're fine. There's no way that having used this third party is somehow going to taint your device so that now it's vulnerable, right? You already made your swap. You're done, right? Yeah. So don't be scared. Yeah. I was just giving a personal preference. I didn't mean to imply that it was unsafe. Let's see. Yeah. So you can, if you have NFTs in a Ledger-based wallet, you can see them in Ledger Live. But if you've got NFTs in like MetaMask, you can actually see them now. I guess you didn't used to. But let's go to, actually I think, this account number 2. Let's make it big. If we go to the portfolio site, I think you can see the NFT. Yeah. Okay. Actually, it's still sort of connected to this Ledger account. Let's try this account. I don't want that account. Okay. Right. Oh, check it out. Wow, there's all kinds of NFTs on this account. This is back in the day, dude. Okay. Actually, I did this on Bakery Swap of all places. These are NFTs that I minted on the Binance Smart Chain. But so if you I kind of went through that pretty quick. If you're using oh look, Kitty, come say hello. Let's wait. He's here. Oh my God. No, Kitty, no! He jumped off the table. Kitty, oh well, he was going to make an appearance, but he didn't. Sorry about that. God, he was right there too. And when I'm trying to record a video, like earlier, I was trying to record a video, that cat's like up on my table, won't leave me alone, rolling around on my keys. But on the live stream, he looked out the window, jumped on the table, and then left. So no kitty appearance tonight. Let's see. Go back here. Okay. Trying to get to questions tonight. Minted my own NFT. Yeah, I guess you can do that on the Cardano chain too. And I believe I had minted some, or I had the word mint is has kind of a specific meaning, and it generally it means you go to a creator's site and click mint, and then they will generate a random NFT and put it in your wallet. And there's a lot of scams around minting, so I would, take minting very seriously. Go through all the motions, make sure the site is safe, because there are a lot of minting scams where you click mint and it empties your wallet, that kind of stuff. That's kind of dicey stuff. You want to try to stay away with that from that. Amsterdam, I used convert currency. You're fine on that convert currency. If you did it and you're done with it, your crypto is safe. If it's stored in Ledger Live, I wouldn't worry. I think Elixir, AXL, you can connect MetaMask with Kepler and swap assets between them. Kepler, I don't know if Kepler supports Cardano now, but Kepler would be more atom based, right? I haven't used Kepler in a bit. Generally, it's for storing atom, right? And you've got several other chains like the Osmosis chain, the Secret chain. So a lot of cool stuff you can do there. And mostly through Osmosis is the big one. But I don't know if Osmosis supports... let me see if I can figure this out here. Oh, it says I'm connected. Oh, yeah, it shows that I've got 20 Osmo, right? So I could swap Osmo here, couldn't I? Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if they have NFTs on this yet. I bet you they probably do. Dan would know. Dan, looks like Dan's getting ready to wrap it up. Let's see. There have been options that are not available in all countries. Why I ask? We sometimes forgot that not everyone here is from the U.S. Hello, CryptoDad. Thank you. You helped me so many times with your videos. Do you know if it's possible to use several Ledger's devices on one Ledger Live? The answer is yes. Let's take a look at Ledger Live. And I have my Ledger device connected right now. I'm going to move this over here. All right, let's just exit Cardano app. Let's just do a quick test. Let's do, I know this is a weird name for this Bitcoin account. We call it Bitcoin Lost because we thought it was lost and then we found it, but it's here. So if I do a quick receive and hit continue, it tells me to open the Bitcoin app. And then it connects. Come on, baby. There. So that is just a quick and dirty way of verifying. Thanks, Dan. Looks like I did it again. I fixed it. I don't know how long I was out. Sorry, guys. God, this mic. This mic does it to me so often. Luckily, my phone was on... again, right? You're all screaming. I was just looking at this. I mean, how long was it? Like 2 minutes? My God, I was just looking. Yeah, JDO. He did it again. All right. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I want to use an expletive. This mic just drives me nuts. Why? I wish I could figure out a way to disable that stupid tap mute. I mean, if it was just a button, a big giant red button that said mute, I'd be so much happier. But this mic, you tap it on the top and it mutes. So if I'm adjusting it or putting my hands around it, anyway, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it. 2 minutes. Okay. Sorry. Again, no live stream would be complete without. All right. So what I was trying to explain is that this Litecoin account is for a different device, right? And now I've got this brand new device here, this Ledger Black on Black, which is pretty cool. All right. And I would like to manage this brand new device in this copy of Ledger Live, right? So this device already has some crypto on it, by the way, right? So I have a completely different device, and let's just say I was using it on my laptop, okay? And I put some crypto in there, I initialized everything else, but now I would like to manage this other device in this copy of Ledger Live. All I have to do is connect it, click Add Account, say I want to add Bitcoin because I know there's some Bitcoin on there. And then it tells me to open the Bitcoin app, which I'll do. It's going to connect to the device and check to see if there's any existing Bitcoin wallets. And lo and behold, there's a Bitcoin wallet there. Now, I can just add this to Ledger Live willy-nilly, but I might get confused down the road. So the best practice if you're managing multiple devices is to name it accordingly. We'll call this one Bitcoin, Ledger, or let's do Nano. Nano X Black. Right? That way I know it's this device. We'll click Add Account. We're done, and there you go. Now I have an account here that is connected to this device, and then I have an account here that's connected to this device, the other one, right? So I can manage both devices in Ledger Live. Let's go ahead and, while we're at it, let's go ahead and add another account. We'll call this one, we'll choose Ethereum. We'll click Continue. We'll open the Ethereum app. God, I look away from that chat window for 2 seconds. All hell breaks loose. Oh, when I was trying to get the kitty. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I had read, someone asked me, can you manage multiple devices in Ledger Live? That's what I'm doing here. All right. Once again, we've got a different device attached. So let's call this one Ethereum Nano X Black. Add account. Boom. All right. So there you go. I've got 2 accounts in my Ledger Live that are associated with this Ledger Black on Black, and the rest of them, most of the rest of them are associated with my go-to Ledger Nano X that I've been using for a couple years, right? So yes, we can manage multiple devices in one copy of Ledger Live. Now, if this were my roommate's Ledger, he could manage his device in my copy of Ledger Live, and he doesn't have to tell me his PIN. So even though I could sit down on my computer and see his accounts and his balances, there would be no way for me to send, because only the person that has the device and knows and can open it with the PIN can send crypto out. So it would be a perfectly safe way to manage crypto between roommates in one copy of Ledger Live if you wanted to do that. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be very private, right? Because you could see each other's balances. That's why I was talking about this little trick earlier in the day, or earlier in the live stream, where you can, you could each have your own preferences folder. But it would require a little bit of knowledge about how Windows works to get in there and switch them. But even if we did it that way, I could still switch to his preference folder and look at his balances, right? There's really nothing preventing me from seeing his balances, even in this kind of scenario. What would be nice was if Ledger Live supported user profiles with passwords, separate passwords for each profile. That way, him and I could both use the same computer to manage our crypto and be separate from each other. But I mean, really, if you've got any substantial amount of crypto, why are you living with a roommate? And why don't you just get your own laptop? I mean, I get it. If you have multiple devices, personally, you own and you want to manage multiple devices in Ledger Live, I totally get that. But even I mean, the people that say, oh, my wife and I each have our own ledger, that's fine too, I guess, if you have no secrets. I guess if you have no secrets, then why don't you just keep all your crypto in one big pile, one ledger? I don't know. I get it. But you can still see each other's balances. Okay. Sorry about the mic thing again. So do you ever see your coin numbers on the Nano? No, you do not ever see your balance on your device. I know a lot of people are like looking at it like going, where's my crypto? I want to see my crypto on here. It doesn't work like that. It's the only thing stored on this is the private key. You see your crypto in Ledger Live. That's where you see your crypto. The Ledger Live shows you your balances. Your crypto is stored on the blockchain. Your private key is stored on your device, and Ledger Live is the interface that can show you the balances on the blockchain that you have control of and can manage the deposits and withdrawals, send and receives, right? But the ultimate confirmation has to come from the device because the device has the private key. So all outgoing transactions have to be signed by the private key. But no, you never see the balances on the device. It's not designed to do that. I don't know that they would ever show up on the stacks. That would kind of be cool if the stacks had a readout of the balances of the different accounts, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. It kind of looks like it's the same company that makes the Ledger Nano X. The stacks to me just looks like it's easier to manipulate the device rather than using these ganky little buttons. You can use your thumb and forefinger or however you want to do it. But I still don't think even the stacks is going to show balances. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Time to watch Stax Deep Dive. It's no secret that my wife hates my crypto. Yeah. I never tell my wife how much the crypto's worth, even when it's high or when it's low, because it just stresses her out anyway, right? But, yeah. If you set a password for Ledger Live, it might follow the Ledger Live folder. So when you rename it and create a new one, you might be able to set a new password maybe. Actually, I believe you're correct in that. That's true. If if one of these configurations had a password, then you wouldn't be able to, like, oh, I wouldn't be able to open it up. Like, let's, like, for example, if we toggle password on, come on, Rex. On this guy, this one? Okay, well, let's close it. Let's go back. Let's name this mine. And then let's move demo back here. And we open up Ledger Live. All right. That's my roommate's configuration. All right. So now my roommate decides he wants to look at my balance. So he goes in here and renames this one to roommate, whatever his name is. And then he tries to unlock mine, right, by going here. Right, and then he relaunches Ledger Live because he wants to look at my balances. And he can't because there's a password. Yeah, so you could conceivably do it that way if you trust your roommate to go messing around in your files and folders on Windows. I personally am too possessive about my computer to let someone else, like, share my, sit down at my computer. Ugh, no way. You tell him I got, Alex, like, dude, if you want to manage your crypto, go to Best Buy and get yourself a laptop. They sell open box laptops over there. Oops. And as far as my family goes, oh, sorry. Everybody in the house has their own computer. I have a computer. My wife has her computer. My son has a computer. My daughter has a computer. I just love building rigs, right? So, like, every time I'm bored and I want to build another rig, I go upgrade their rigs, right? So they all have decent computers. And, you know, there's no reason to, like, share. Like, my wife has a ledger. She can manage it on her computer. But not every household, you know, has the money for multiple computers. So, you know, it would be nice if we could manage multiple devices from within Ledger Live with, like, profiles. That would be cool. No, Bitcoin, Kitty doesn't have any crypto, but everybody else in the family does. Like, Christabel has hers, Alex has his, and my wife has hers, and I have mine. We each have our, plus, you know, since I do this live stream and have a good relationship with Ledger, I've got a lot of Ledger devices. I bought a lot of Ledger devices over the years. And I remember one time they asked me to appear on one of their, virtually on one of their, actually, I think I created a little mock-up for them of, like, hi, I'm CryptoDad, and this is what I like about Ledger. And, like, I sent it to them as a video. And they were like, well, we can't afford, we don't have it in the budget to pay you any money for this, but we would send you some swag. And I was like, cool, send it. And they sent me like 4 ledgers and, you know, a couple of other cool stuff. I was like, dude, this is great. I'll take 4 ledgers any day, you know. So, yeah, I've got Ledger devices laying everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I love building rigs, as you know. I always talk about my rig at the beginning of the live stream, and my son has a pretty cool rig, and my wife has one, and my daughter too. So, you know, maybe I'll take pictures of them and show them next year or next week. All right, they all have pretty decent rigs. I had a water-cooled rig, but not for everybody. You really have to, they really require a lot of, they're high maintenance, right? I had the water hose pop a few times because it overheated, and there's like fittings on the ends of the hoses that hold it onto the joints, and if it gets really hot, it just pops out of the fitting, and then water goes everywhere. It's a real hassle. So I had a water-cooled system for a while and then gave it up. Of course, that was rubber hoses. Like, you really, if you know what you're doing with water cooling, you would use ceramic, which is, you have to know how to like mold ceramic and stuff and cut it to length and all that. I mean, it's like, be a glass blower. No, I've never built a rig on, I've tried to film myself building rigs, but I just don't have the patience to like have the camera there while I'm trying to do stuff on the rig. I get too caught up in doing the rig rather than like dealing with putting the camera in the right position. So, and plus building a rig is like a 6-hour deal. It doesn't lend itself very well to filming. Although, I mean, there's a lot of channels out there where they film themselves doing rigs, but you know, they use time lapse and stuff. But I should actually, no, it didn't short out because, as you can see, the rig is vertical. So all my rigs are vertical. The motherboard is, you know, the motherboard is facing this way. So when like, it wasn't this rig, but like, just assume like when the hose popped, the water just spilled down into the bottom of the case, and it didn't touch the motherboard, but it was still a hassle. It was still a mess. So I decided that I prefer fan cooled, right? This rig has like 10 fans. It's fun. All right, guys, I guess we're done. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. I really appreciate you all coming into my home and sharing this time with me. I hope that I was able to get to all of your questions. Sorry about that stupid mic thing that if I accidentally tap it, it mutes. I think that's it, right? Don't forget, I do this every week, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.